In this class, I'm going to discuss data sufficiency basics. So data sufficiency basics is very important in TSICET as well as APICET. So where we'll get these data sufficiency questions? We'll get these questions from section A, analytical ability. So if you look at analytical ability, there are the 75 questions. Out of 75 questions, first 20 questions are belongs to data sufficiency questions. So these data sufficiency questions are very important to score maximum in section A. Generally, section A, most of the students can answer easily 35 to 45 questions. But if you are very good in data sufficiency, we can improve the score till 65. So if you want to get a good score in a part A, say analytical ability, we should thorough the data sufficiency basics perfectly. So how to improve these data sufficiency questions? That is important. Generally, these data sufficiency 20 questions belongs to 3 areas. So they are asking 10 questions from arithmetic ability. So there are the 11 topics in arithmetic. So from the 11 topics, they are asking 10 questions. So we should thorough all the 11 topics perfectly so that you can answer the 10 questions from arithmetic. And 5 questions, they are asking pure mathematics. So like coordinate geometry, trigonometry, progressions, quadratic equations, like that there are some pure mathematics topics are there. From pure mathematics, they are asking 5 questions. And recently, last 4-5 years, if you look at data sufficiency, they are asking the reasoning questions also. So reasoning questions, they are asking 5 questions. If you look at 2022 question paper or 2021 or 2020, they are asking reasoning questions from the last question number 16 to question number 20. So if you are very good in the reasoning, go directly question number 16 to question number 20 and answer these reasoning 5 questions from data sufficiency. But generally they ask these 20 questions from these 3 areas. One is from arithmetic 10 questions, second one is mathematics 5 questions, third one is reasoning 5 questions. So total is 20 questions. So what is the minimum score and what is the maximum score and how can improve this data sufficiency? Generally, an average student can answer these data sufficiency questions 8 to 10 questions. So these are the average score of data sufficiency for an average student. Just if you know the basics and if you follow some previous papers and solve all the questions, we can answer easily 8 to 10 questions. And above average student, so if you look at above average student, so he can answer or she can answer the questions from 10 to 12 questions, 10 to 12 or 10 to 13. Okay, now students, this is the above average student. And if you look at the top students, so like those who are getting the below 100 rank or those who are getting the single digit ranks, they are getting the 14 plus. That means 14 to till 18, or sometimes if the student is very extraordinary or is very intelligent, then he can answer 20 out of 20. But getting 20 out of 20 is very difficult in data sufficiency because it will take more time to answer these questions. Okay, now students, so we have to decide how much score you want. You want 8 to 10 now, or if you want 10 to 30 now, or if you want 14 to 18 now. If you do 14 to 18 in data sufficiency, definitely you can get a very good rank in a TSICET or APICET. How we can get a good rank if you score data sufficiency from 14 to 18? That is very important. So if you want to answer the data sufficiency questions perfectly, we should have the good knowledge on arithmetic and good knowledge on the mathematics and good knowledge on the reasoning. So when you have the good knowledge on these 3 areas, automatically we can answer the part B also very easily. So part B consists of pure arithmetic and pure mathematics. So you can do very easily. So that's why if a student score maximum 14 to 18 marks in the data sufficiency, definitely you can score in part B also very well. So try to focus on the data sufficiency to get a good score as well as get a good knowledge in subject. Okay now friends, so we will discuss what is the data sufficiency and how to score it. Generally, data sufficiency, they will give a one question followed by two statements. So they will give one question and followed by two statements, statement 1 and statement 2. So by using these two statements, we have to decide whether we can find the answer for the question or not. So they will give the four options. So we have to read the four options clearly. Based on the options, we have to decide the answer. So here what is the choice 1? So in ICET there are the four choices, choice 1 and choice 2 and choice 3 and choice 4. So what are the choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, choice 4 means? Suppose we are getting the answer from first statement alone but not second statement, then you have to mark answer as a choice 1. All the friends understood, Amma? If you are getting the answer from first statement alone but not second statement, then you have to mark answer as a choice 1. Right friends? Now suppose we are not getting the answer from the first statement. So when you are not getting the answer from first statement, immediately we have to look at the second statement. So what is the information in the second statement? So by using the information in the second statement, if you are able to find the answer for given question, then you have to mark answer as a choice 2. Clear, Amma? All the girls, all the friends, is it clear, Amma? If you are getting the answer from first statement alone, then you have to mark answer as a choice 1. Suppose you are not getting answer from first statement alone, then you have to go to the second statement. By using the information in the second statement, if you are able to find the answer, then you have to mark answer as a choice 2. Right? Suppose sometimes we are not getting answer from the first statement as well as we are not getting the answer from the second statement. In this case, what we'll do means we have to combine the information from the first statement and information from the second statement. By combining first statement and second statement, if you are getting the answer for the question, then you have to mark answer as a third option. Suppose even though when you are combining the first statement and second statement, still if you are not getting the answer, then you have to mark answer as a fourth option. Is it clear friends? All this friends? Now again I am repeating how to decide the answers. So first we have to read the question. So what is the question and what they are asking? So once you understand the question, go to the statement 1. By using information in the statement 1, if you are able to say the answer, then you have to mark answer as a choice 1. Suppose straightly you are getting the answer from first statement, then no need to look at the second statement information. No need to try to combine the first statement and second statement. Straightforwardly, we can keep answer as a first option when you are getting the answer from the choice statement 1. Suppose we are not finding the answer from the first statement alone, then we have to go to the second statement. We have to look at the information from the second statement and understand the information, then look at whether we can find the answer for the question or not. Suppose if you are getting the answer from the second statement information, then you have to mark the choice 2. Right students? So when we'll go to the choice 2 means when we are not getting the answer from first statement, then only we have to go to the second statement. You should not go to the second statement directly until unless first statement is not satisfied. Right students? You have to check the first statement, then you have to go to the second statement. Suppose sometimes first statement is also not sufficient, second statement also not sufficient, then we have to combine first statement and second statement together. When you are combining together and you are finding the answer, then answer is a third option. Even though when you are combining the first statement and second statement, if you are not able to find out the answer, then you have to look at the fourth option. Is it clear all the friends? Right. Now we are going to discuss some few basics level questions. So generally in ICET they will give the structure like that. They will give question number 1 to 20, whether it is a APICET or whether it is a TSICET, from question number 1 to 20, they will give the structure like that. They will give the question followed by 2 statements and options. Choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, choice 4. So once you understand the options, so no need to look at these matter. Only look at the statements. Now look at the first question, friends. What is the value of question? What is the value of x? This is the question. So what is the value of x means, always remember in data sufficiency, what is the value? What is the value means, always we have to say a particular value. Always we have to say a particular value. We should not say more than one values. Okay, now students. So this is very important. So whenever they will ask what is the value means, always we should say a particular value. We should not say more than one value. So we should not say more than one value. This is very important. More than one value, it does not work in data sufficiency. Now look at the first statement. What is the first statement? X plus 5 is equal to 9. So x plus 5 is equal to 9 means, according to your mathematical knowledge, if you are able to solve this equation, whether we can find the answer or not, we can check now. So x plus 5 is equal to 9 means x is equal to how much will come? 9. This plus 5 comes to this side, it becomes a minus 5. So x minus 5. So x is equal to 9 minus 5. 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. That means, are you getting a particular value or not? Yes, here I am getting a particular value. X is equal to 4. That means they are asking what is the value of x. From first statement, I am saying that x is equal to 4. That means from first statement alone, I am getting the answer. So when I am getting the answer from first statement alone, then no need to go for second statement. So directly, straightforwardly, we can click answer as a first option. Is it clear, friends? Right. In this case, I want to say one important point. Here no need to solve these calculations. They are not asking the answers. They are asking whether we can find the value or not, or we can say the answer or not. So if you are very good, just look at the first statement. Yes, x plus 5 is equal to 9. 5 comes to this side. X is equal to 4. Yes, I am going to say answer exactly from first statement. Then we can keep answer as a choice 1, friends. Is it clear? Now look at the second question. What is the value of x? Here also remember, whenever they say what is the value, we have to say particular value. We should not say more than 2 values. A particular value is existing in this question. Now what is the value of x means, first statement, x is greater than 0. It is a inequality. X is greater than 0 means, if you are very good in basics inequalities, we can understand x is not equal to 0, more than 0. That means x may be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or so on. Or we can take x is equal to 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 or 1.4. So many values will come. So according to first statement, we cannot say exactly, because already we discussed the previous basics. Whenever they say what is the value, we should say particular value. We should not say more than 1 values. But according to first statement, we are getting the more than 1 value. So that's why first statement is not sufficient. So we can eliminate the first option. When you are eliminating the first option, then immediately you have to go to the second statement. So what is the second statement here? The second statement is 2x plus 5 is equal to 4. So can you solve this answer? Yes, I can solve it. So we can keep answer as a choice 2. Still, if you have any doubt, we can solve this equation. 2x is equal to 4 minus 5. 2x is equal to minus 1. Therefore, x is equal to minus 1 by 2. So I am getting a particular value. But I am telling friends, no need to solve these statements. If you solve, you will waste the time. Just they are asking whether we can find the answer from given statements or not. So according to second statement, yes, I can say the answer x is equal to minus 1 by 2. So immediately we have to keep the answer as a choice 2. Understanding, friends? Right. Now look at the third question. What is the value of x? Here also they are asking a particular value. So I am giving the different situations. Question is same but different situations. Look at the first statement. What is the first statement? X plus 2y is equal to 5. Clearly, according to subject knowledge, in a simple equations, whenever there are the two variables, we required two different equations. This is the subject knowledge. Whenever two variables, we required two different equations to solve x and value, right? But here there is only one equation. So in this equation we cannot say exactly value of x because you don't know the value of y. This subject knowledge, if you know, we can skip directly first statement. So first statement is not sufficient. Coming to the second statement, here also there are the two equations. One is 3x plus 4y is equal to 11. So here also two variables, x variable and y variable. So here also, according to subject knowledge, there are the two variables and only one equation. So two variable, one equation, we cannot find exactly values of x and y. So we required two different equations. So second statement also not sufficient because we don't know the y value. Now by using your subject knowledge, combine first statement and second statement. X plus 2y is equal to 5 and 3x plus 4y is equal to 11. So if you are very good in if you are very strong in subject, then you can say directly answer is third option. No need to solve. They're not asking values, just they're asking whether you can find the answer or not. So if you are very good in subject, you can say answer is third option, or otherwise we have to solve this equation. So here I want x value, so I have to eliminate the y value. So how can you eliminate the y value when their coefficients are same? Here y coefficient is 4, here y coefficient is 2. So I want to make the coefficients are same. So here I want to multiply the first equation by 2. When you are multiplying first equation by 2, coefficients are same, then subtracting both the equations, 3x minus 2x is equal to x, and here 11 minus 10 is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1. So while you are combining first statement and second statement, I am able to say x is equal to 1. So answer is equal to third option. So in this case, I am saying the answer x is equal to 1 when combining the first statement and second statement together. But friends, I am telling, no need to solve these equations. Just we have to decide whether I can find the answer or not. Right? We'll go to the next question. Now look at the next question. What is the value of x? So here also we have to give the particular value. So according to previous question, here two variables and one equation. So I cannot find the answer from the first statement. So eliminate the first choice. And second statement also. Here also two variables and one equation. So two variables, one equation. I cannot find exactly value of x and exactly value of y. So I am eliminating the second choice also. Now I am combining both. While I am combining both, look at friends, here we can know one important concept. What is the important concept means? First equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 8. Second equation is 4x plus 6y is equal to 16. I am telling in data sufficiency, 70 to 80% of students, they will choose the wrong answers because lack of subject knowledge. Only 30 to 20% of students only, they will keep the correct answers. These only will get a top ranks, right? So always try to be in the 20 to 30% of category students. So here most of the students, they will say that yes, previous concept, there are the two variables and two equations, I can keep the answer. So answer is a third option. But sure, this is the wrong answer. Why it is a wrong answer means, if you observe very clearly, there are the three conditions in simple equations. One is when they have the unique solution, when they have the zero solution, when they have the infinite solution. We have the three concepts like a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. They have infinity number of solutions. And a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2. They have the zero number of solutions. And third point, a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2. They have unique solution. Very, very important. Out of TSICET, APICET, out of 22 years, they asked these questions at least 9 to 10 times find the number of solutions. So remember these three formulas. One is a1 by 8 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, infinity solutions. When a1 by 8 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2, 0 solutions. a1 by 8 is not equal to b1 b2 not equal to c1 by c2, 1 solution. If you know this subject knowledge, then you can say this answer 2 by 4 is equal to 1 by 2, 3 by 6 is equal to 1 by 2, 8 by 16 is equal to 1 by 2. So here these two equations are satisfying. a1 by 8 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. So they have infinity number of solutions. So x has infinity solutions, y has infinity solutions. So that's why while combining also we cannot find the answer. So here only 20 to 30% of students only they will keep answer as a fourth option, which is a correct. Rest of 70 to 80% of students they will keep answer as a third option, which is the wrong. So here what I want to say is subject knowledge is very important to solve data sufficiency questions. Right friends, we'll go to the next question. What is the value of x? So according to previous concept, 5x plus 6y is equal to 21. So two variables, one equation. I cannot solve it. So first statement is not sufficient. I am eliminating. And second one, here also 3x plus 2y is equal to 2x plus y plus 9. So here also two variables, one equation. So 70% of students they will keep second option also not sufficient. Then they will combine first statement and second statement and they will keep answer as a third, which is wrong answer. Why? Because did you solve the second statement clearly? No, just look at it. So in data sufficiency what I want to say is, if the information is very clear, then no need to solve that information. If the information is somewhat complicated or twisted, then try to solve that statement. So here they gave it's a complicated equation. That means it's not a straightforward equation like a 5x plus 6y is equal to 21. Here we have to solve it. So if you solve the second statement, so 3x plus 2y is equal to 2 times of x plus y plus 9. According to your simple equations basics, so 3x plus 2y is equal to 2x plus 2y plus 9. So guys, here we can cancel 2y, 2y. So 3x is equal to 2x plus 9. So 2x comes to left side. So 3x minus 2x is equal to 9. So x is equal to 9. So I'm getting the answer from second statement. When I'm getting the answer, when I'm solving the statement, when I'm simplifying the statement, I'm getting the answer. So only few people can keep the answer as a second option and rest of the people they will keep third option, which is wrong. So very careful while you are solving the data sufficiency problems. Right friends? So in this case the answer is a second option. Now look at the next question. What is the value of x? So if you look at, these are the inequality symbols, greater than, less than. Damn sure whenever greater than, less than will come, straightforward cancel the statements. So according to first statement I cannot get the answer because it's a inequality, unconditional information. And second statement also I'm straightforward cancelling because here also less than, unconditional statement. So because it's not giving a particular values, right? Now when I'm cancelling first statement and second statement, I'm trying to find out the x value by combining first statement and second statement. So if you combined first statement, 2x minus 5 is greater than 9. So 2x is greater than 14. X is greater than 7. So x is greater than 7 means you can get a 8, 9, 10, so on infinity. So according to first statement, no. And combining second statement, 3x plus 4 is less than 7. 3x is less than 3. X is less than 1. So x is less than 1 means 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, so on will come. Even 8.11, 9.11, 9.2, 9.3 decimal values also will come. So while you are combining also, we cannot say a particular value. So here first statement says that x must be more than 7. Second statement says that x must be less than 1. So we cannot find exactly values while you are combining also. So that's why in this case the answer is a fourth option, friends. So we have to decide while you are combining also are you getting a unique value or not? Right, friends? Now look at the next question. This is a simple equation. I am telling, very important. In simple equation, if you look at the syllabus of TSICET or APICET, simple equation is the one of the important topic. From the simple equation, you will get a 2 to 3 questions. 1 or 2 questions from the data sufficiency, or 1 question, 2 questions compulsory in TSICET and APICET. They are asking arithmetic section. Right? So simple equation is one of the topic we have to concentrate. 1 or 2 questions from the data sufficiency and 2 questions compulsory from the arithmetic section. Right, friends? So here how to solve this question. If you are very good to form the equations, this topic is very easy. What is the cost of one table? They are asking what is the cost of one table. First statement, the cost of 2 tables and 3 charts together is 500 rupees. Based on this statement, if you are very good forming the equations, first we have to form the equation based on the condition. The cost of 2 tables and 3 chairs together is 500 rupees. So let us take table cost is T rupees, chair cost is C rupees. So according to first statement, 2T plus 3C is equal to 150 rupees. Sorry, is equal to 500 rupees. So already we discussed the 5 questions based on this condition. So whenever 2 variables and 1 condition, we cannot find out the answer. So eliminate the choice 1. Now look at the second statement. The cost of 3 tables and 4 chairs together is 700. So 3 tables, 3T plus 4 chairs, 4C is equal to 700 rupees. So according to second statement also, we can say that there are the 2 variables and 1 equation. We cannot find the answer. So we can eliminate the second choice answer also. When you are eliminating a first statement and second statement, then you have to combine first and second. So while you are combining first option and second option, so first option says that 2T plus 3C is equal to 500. And second option says that 3T plus 4C is equal to 700. So according to your simple equation basics, right, there are the 2 different variables and 2 different equations. We can find out the cost of table and cost of child. So here if you want to find out table, we should eliminate the childs. So these are the different equations. So directly can keep answer as a third option. If you are very good in subject knowledge, directly can keep the third option. But if you don't have the subject knowledge, purely you have to solve these equations. So first equation multiplied by 4 and second equation multiplied by 3. Then these get cancelled because they are asking table. So 3 3 is a 9 table, 4 2 is a 8 table, 9 table minus 8 table is equal to 1 table. And here 3 7s are 21 and 4 5s are 20, 21 minus 20, 100 rupees. This is not required in data sufficiency. They are not asking what is the cost. They are just asking whether we can find the answer from the given statements or not. That we want to implement by looking the statements. Okay na friends? So if you are very good, then you can keep answer directly third option without solving it. Sometimes statements are difficult, information is difficult, not able to understand directly, then try to simplify. Otherwise directly keep the answers, right? So in this case answer is a third option, friends. Next question. These questions are very important and frequently asked in the data sufficiency section in TSICET as well as APICET. So here what is the question? What is the total cost of 2 tables and 3 chairs? They are asking 2T plus 3 is equal to how much? So once you know this condition, so when we can find the answer. So there are the 2 cases. One is if you know the table cost, if you know the chair cost, we can find the answer. Second case, if you have any information indirectly in terms of 2T, 3C also, we can find. In these 2 cases we can find. I am telling directly when we can find this answer means, one is if you know the table cost directly and chair cost directly, then you can find the answer. This is the first situation. And second situation, if you have any indirect relation in terms of 2T plus 3C, then also we can find the answer. So in these 2 cases we can find the answer for this question. Now go to the statements. First statement. The cost of 1 table and 3 chairs together is 700. So 1T plus 3C is equal to 700. So we can say directly we cannot find out two variables, one equation. So eliminate the first option. Then come to the second statement. The cost of 6 tables. So 60 plus 9 chairs together is equal to 1800. So most of the students, again I am telling, 70% of students here they will keep answer as a third option. Why? Because first statement is a t plus 3c, second statement is 60 plus 9c. So while you are combining first and second, we can get. So 70% of people they will keep third option, which is the wrong answer. Only 30 to 20% of people they will keep a correct answer. What is the correct answer? Already I discussed it. When we can find this answer for this question, if you know the table cost, chair cost, then you can find. Otherwise, if you have an indirect relation between 2t plus 3c, by the time also we can find. So if you look at this equation, 2t plus 9c is equal to 1800, right? If you observe very clearly, we can cancel third equation by 3. So if you cancel the entire equation by 3, you will get 2t plus 3c is equal to 600. So we are getting the answer from the second statement directly, because they are asking what is the cost of 2t plus 3c. We are getting the answer directly from 2t plus 3c. So from second statement directly you can get the answer. So answer is a second option. So 90% of students, 70% of students they will keep answer as third, which is the wrong, and only 20 to 30% of students they will keep answer as a 2, which is the right. So in data sufficiency, what I want to say is we have to decide, right, clearly whether this statement we can find or not. So when we can able to understand this decision means when we have the good subject. So when you have the good subject knowledge, then you can answer these data sufficiency questions very clear, friends. Now look at the next question. So what is the cost of one apple? So here also same. So how to answer this cost of one apple? First statement. So the cost of 3 apples and 2 oranges and 4 bananas together 80 rupees. Straightforwardly 3 different variables, one equation we cannot find. So first statement is not sufficient. Second one, cost of 5 apples, 4 oranges and 8 bananas. So here also 150 rupees. So second statement also 3 different variables and one equation we cannot find. So second statement also not sufficient. While you are combined, so look at whenever there are the 3 variables and 2 different equation, according to subject knowledge, answer cannot be determined. But there is a one very important point is there in a simple equation. What is that important point means? Whenever the number of variables is not equal to number of equations, then answer cannot be determined. But if ratio of other 2 variables, if the ratio of other 2 variables are same, ratio of coefficients of other 2 variables are equal, other 2 variables are equal, the ratio of coefficients of other 2 variables are equal, then we can find out the third variable value. Understood, friends? So here 3 variables, 2 equations, according to condition we cannot find. But there is a special case. The special case is if the ratio of coefficient of other 2 variables are equal, then we can find the third variable. So in this case they are asking apple. So we have to eliminate oranges and bananas. Look at the oranges coefficients 2 by 4. Here look at the bananas coefficients 4 by 8, which is equal to 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Both are same. And these 2 coefficients are same. We can find the third variable. How means? Multiply the first equation by 2. Then cancel. So here 2 4s are 8 bananas cancel. 8 oranges cancel. 2 3s are 6 apples minus 5 apples. So 1 apple is equal to 2 8s are 160 minus 150, 10 rupees. So if you know this point, okay, so when ratio of other 2 variable coefficients are same, then you can find the third variable. So in this case answer is a third option. Otherwise most of the people keep the answer as a fourth option, friends. Now we are going to discuss some mensuration problems. Compulsory, I am telling now, in data sufficiency there will be 2 or 3 questions based on mensuration. If you are very good in mensuration, I am telling now, in TSICET or APICET, how many questions comes from the mensuration? From mensuration, 7 questions from the arithmetic section and 3 questions or 2 questions from the data sufficiency. So totally 10 questions will come from the mensuration, friends. So if you perfect all the formulas and concepts, then you can answer 10 questions in TSICET as well as APICET. Right? Now coming to this question, what is the area of a circle? First one, area of the circle is pi r square. So according to this one we cannot find because we don't know what is the radius value. Second statement, the radius of the circle is 14 centimeters. So according to r is equal to 14 centimeters. So according to our batch, 70 to 80% of people, what they will do means they will keep answer as, we know the r is equal to 14. We know the formula pi r square. Simply if you substitute here, I can get the answer. So answer is a third option, which is the wrong answer. Okay, my friends. So don't go into 70 to 80% of category of people. Okay, only be in 20 to 30. Alright. So here, how you want to become a 30 to 20? Whenever they are asking the questions from the mensuration, remember that from mensuration, we don't require formulas from the statements. We don't require formulas from the statements because these formulas are universal formulas. Because if you go anywhere in the world, so the area of circle is pi r square is the same. So once you know the universal statements or universal information, we should not consider the universal information from the statements. So that's what we should not consider the area of circle from the first statement, because we know, everybody knows, area of a circle is equal to pi r square. Once you know the information, we should not consider. So once you know the information, universal information, area of circle is equal to pi r square. So if I know r value, then only I can say the answer. So from the second statement, they said r is equal to 14. So when r is equal to 14, then I can put a is equal to 22 by 7 into 7 into 14 into 14. Don't solve like this. Don't solve like this. Okay. Just we have to decide whether we can find the answer if you know the radius or not. Yes. From the second statement, I know radius is a 14 centimeters. So when I radius is a 14 centimeters, I know area is equal to pi r square. So definitely I can find the answer. Then answer is a second option. So like that we have to decide. Don't solve like innocently and don't trap into 70 to 80% of category students. Right, friends? Next question. What is the area of a circle? So here also, what is the area of circle means? Don't look at for the formula. We know the formula. Area of a circle is equal to side square. So if you know the side value, then you can find the answer. So like that you have to think. First statement, all the 4 sides are equal, not required. It is a property. I told now, universal statements should not consider. So all the 4 sides are equal. If you go anywhere and ask what is the property of squares means, they will say all the 4 sides are equal. It's not required. What we required? We required the measurement of side, which is not available in the first statement. So first statement is sufficient, not sufficient. And second statement, each angle is equal to 90 degrees. This is also property. So we don't want a property. What do you want? We want the side value. We want a measurement. So we are not getting the measurement of side from the first statement as well as from the second statement. So first statement is not sufficient, second statement is not sufficient. While you are combining also we cannot get it because there is no value regarding the side. So answer is a fourth option. Next question, very important question, friends. This is, what is the area of the rectangle? So immediately I told, no, don't look about the formulas. We know area of the rectangle is equal to, this is the length and this is the breadth. So area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. So they are asking what is the area of rectangle. So when I know the length value, when I know the breadth value, then I can decide the answer. So first statement, they said PQRS, we can take any value. So here I am taking PQ is a length and QR as a breadth. So they gave PQ is equal to X. So length is equal to X they gave. So I cannot say because I don't know the breadth value. And second statement, QR is equal to Y. So QR is equal to Y means second statement we know breadth value. So second statement also I cannot find. When you are combining first statement and second statement, when you are combining first statement and second statement, we know length is equal to X, breadth is equal to Y, therefore area is equal to X into Y. So I can decide the answer. The answer is equal to XY. In this case, most of the students have a doubt. What is X value? What is the Y value? But remember, these X value and Y value we considered or they gave. They gave in the information. Take X is equal to length is equal to X centimeters, breadth is equal to Y centimeters. They are giving. So their information is X and Y. So by using their information, we have to give the answer. So according to your information, area of rectangle is equal to X into Y. So that's all. So your answer is equal to third option. So in this case, we should not think X and Y value. What is X and what is Y? We should not think, because they gave the values. Length is equal to X centimeters, breadth is equal to Y centimeters. So according to their information, we are giving the answer area is equal to X into Y. So answer is a third option, friends. Next, what is the area of an equilateral triangle? So what is the area of the equilateral triangle means? Here also we should not look at the formula. Already universal formula, area of equilateral triangle is equal to root 3 by 4 into a square. So if you want to find out the answer for this question, we should know only side of the equilateral triangle. If we know only side of the equilateral triangle, we can find the answer. First statement, all the three sides are equal. This is the property, universal statement. So whenever universal statements are given in the statements, we should not consider, because we know that all the three sides are equal. So first statement is not sufficient. And look at the second statement. Each side is equal to 8 centimeters. So this is our required information. Each side is equal to 8 centimeters means they give A is equal to 8 centimeters. So we know that A is equal to 8 centimeters means if you substitute here, you will get the answer. So answer is a second option. But here we don't ask, sir, we don't know the formula, how can I find? If you don't know the formula, that is your problem. Okay, but area of equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 into a square. It is a universal statement. So we have to know all the mensuration formulas. Right, friends? So in this case, answer is a second statement. We can find the answer by using second one. Next, this is arithmetic question. What is the ratio of boys and girls in the class? So we have to find ratio of boys and girls in the class. Now look at, friends, if you want to answer the arithmetic questions, we should know the subject knowledge very clearly. If you have the subject knowledge, then only can answer. So they are asking ratio. So when we can find this answer? So for always data sufficiency, there are the multiple situations we can find the answer. So in this case, first answer is, if you know directly boy's strength and girl's strength, then you can find the answer. How many boys are there, how many girls are there, then you can find the answer. This is the first situation. And second situation, if you have an indirect relations between the strength of the boys and strength of the girls, then also we can find the answer. Okay, now friends, if you have the relation between the strength of the boys and strength of the girls, then also we can find. In these two cases, we can answer these two questions. Now we are going to the statements. First statement, there are the 200 students in the class. So there are 200 students in the class means we cannot say, because how many boys are there and how many girls are there, we don't know. So that's why first statement is not sufficient. So eliminate the first option. Second statement, 60% of the total students are girls. So girls is 60%. So girls is 60% means, so I told now 70 to 80% of students. So they will keep an answer directly third option. Why? Because we know that total students is equal to 200 and girls percentage is equal to 60%. So we can find 60% of 200, then rest of the are boys. So we can find the answer. So answer is a third option, which is a wrong. I told before starting this question, when we can find this answer. If you know the boy's strength, and if you know the girl strength, then you can find. Or otherwise, if you have a relation between boys and girls, by the time also we can find. So according to second statement, we know the girls is equal to 60%. Whenever they express one value in terms of percentage, the total percentage should be equal to 100. So when girls is 60%, automatically boys will be 40%. You should know this information from the percentage topic. So always percentage means total should be equal to 100. So once you know girls is 60, boys are 40, they are asking ratio. So I can apply boys are 40 and girls are 60. I can cancel percentage 0 0 and 2 and 3. So answer is 2:3. So according to second statement, if I know the relation between the boys and girls, I can find the answer. So already I told. So your answer is second option. So this is only 20 to 30% of students only, they can keep the answer. So rest of 70 to 80% of people, they will combine these two statements and they will keep answer as a third, which is a wrong. So don't go for this category. Next, I'm telling you friends, so these are the ages based questions. So in last 4 years, if you look at TSICET papers and APICET papers, 5 questions they are asking based on reasoning. If you are very good in reasoning, that means just common sense. If you have a common sense skills, you can answer these reasoning based questions. Look at the first question. What is the present age of Ajay? So we don't know Ajay, but we can say present age. First statement, Ajay age is more than his wife. So Ajay is more than his wife means we can't say, because more than, it's not a clear information. And also we don't know Ajay's wife. So first statement is not sufficient, eliminate. Second statement, his wife is 25 years. So wife age is 25 years, is fine. But they are asking Ajay's age. So according to second statement, there is no Ajay in the second statement. So second statement also not sufficient. If you combine both, so Ajay age is more than his wife age. So Ajay is more than his wife age and his wife age is 25 years. If you combine first and second statement, Ajay age is more than 25 years. Here also more than means it's not a exact information, right? When you don't have exact information, we cannot say the answer. Ajay is more than 25 years means he may be 26 years, he may be 27, he may be 28 or so on. So in this case, we cannot decide exactly answer. So answer is equal to which option? Fourth option. So like that, if you have a little basic common sense, we can answer the reasoning based questions. This is also reasoning based questions. Who is the topper in the class? So who is the topper in the class means Vijay is the topper among the boys. Topper in the class. So immediately look at class. Class means there will be boys or girls. Okay. So first statement, Vijay is a topper among the boys. So according to first statement, we cannot decide because Vijay is only topper among the boys. But who is the topper in the girls, we cannot say. So first statement is not sufficient. Second statement, Deepthi is a topper among the girls and she got more marks than Vijay. Here also most of the people, they will keep answer as a second option. Because Deepthi is a topper among the girls and she got more marks than Vijay. So they'll compare. Okay. So second statement is correct. So they'll keep answer, but which is the wrong answer. Why? Because we don't know who is the Vijay from the second statement. He's got more marks in all among the boys. He got less marks all among the boys. We don't know. So second statement alone is not sufficient. While you are combining first statement and second statement, then you can decide. So Deepthi is the topper among the girls, Vijay is the topper among the boys, and Deepthi got more marks than Vijay. So Deepthi is the topper in the class. So we can keep the answer as a third option. Okay, my friends. Next, this is very important repeated questions in TSICET and APICET friends. So remember, so this question is very important. Who is the tallest person among the P, Q or ST? So they are asking 5 people. Okay, first one, Q is the shortest person. So according to first one, Q is the shortest person, but we don't require shortest, we want the tallest person. So first statement eliminate. Second statement, P is taller than Q but shorter than S. So according to statement, P is taller than Q but shorter than S. So S is taller than P. According to second statement also we cannot decide, so eliminate the second choice also. While you are combining also, Q is the shortest, okay, fine. P is more than Q, fine. S is more than P, fine. But there are how many people are there? 5 people. So we combined also, we don't know about T and we don't know about R. So remaining 2 people we don't know. So that's why the answer is a fourth option. We cannot decide this one because we don't know the information remaining 2 people. So clearly by using common sense, we cannot decide the tallest person. Next one, how many students are there in the college? So here also common sense question. There are 500 boys in the college. We cannot decide because how many girls are there we don't know. Second one, the total number of girls are 100 more than the total number of boys. So according to second statement, girls is 100 more than the boys. According to second statement also we cannot say because we don't know the boys. While you are combining first statement and second statement, from the first statement we know boys are 500, alright. So if you combine girls is equal to 100 plus 500, which is equal to 600. We know girls is equal to 600 and boys is equal to 500, therefore total strength is equal to 1100. So by combining we can say this answer. So answer is the third option, friends. Now look at this question, friends. So this is the blood relations. If you look at the data sufficiency 20 questions, out of 20 questions, 5 questions they are asking from the reasoning topics. Out of these 5 questions, 1 question compulsory from the blood relations. Okay now friends, so we have to focus on the blood relations perfectly. Here the question is, how A is related to B? How A is related to B means we should say only A relation with B. We should not say B relation with A. Okay now friends, so they are asking how A is related to B. First statement, B is the wife of C. So B is the wife of C means in first statement directly we can eliminate because here there is a no relation between A and B. So we can rule out the first statement. Now look at the second statement. If you look at the second statement, C is the father of A. C is the father of A means second statement also we can rule out directly because we don't have any relation between A and B. So first statement is not sufficient, second statement also not sufficient. Now you will combine. So if you combine first statement and second statement, what will happen? B is the wife of C. B is the wife of C means C is the husband and B is the wife. Okay now friends, both are wife and husband. C is the husband, B is the wife. And according to second statement, C is the father of A. C is the father of A means we can say according to second statement, C is the father of A. Right friends, C is the father of A. And if you combine both, we can say B is the mother of A. B is the mother of A. But they are not asking how B related to A. They are asking how A is related to B. Here we don't know A's gender. If you know the A's gender clearly, we can say the relation. Suppose if A gender is a male, we can say A is the son of B. And suppose A's gender is a female, we can say A is the daughter of B. But here we don't know the A's gender, so that's why we cannot decide the answer for this question. So answer for this question is fourth option, friends. So remember very clearly in blood relations, whenever they are asking a relation from first person to second person, we should say only the relation from first to second person only. We should not say the relation from second person to first person. Okay now friends, so here we don't know the A's gender. So that's why we cannot decide exactly whether A is the son of B or A is the daughter of B. So that's why answer is fourth option, friends. Now very important, whenever question starts with is means we have to remember whether we can find answer always. Always yes also we can decide the answer. Always no also we can decide the answer. But whenever sometimes sometimes yes, sometimes no. In this case we cannot decide. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, we cannot decide. Okay dear friends, so look at the first question. X square is equal to 49. Is x greater than 0? Is x greater than 0 means we have to decide whether x is a positive or negative. Always yes ochina no problem, or always no also no problem. But sometimes yes, sometimes no, we cannot decide. So according to first statement, x square is equal to 49. So x square is equal to 49 means if you are a BSc student, we can find this value directly. If you are non-math students, you may do some mistake because it is an even power. Whenever it is an even power, there will be two values. So x is equal to plus or minus 7. So x is equal to plus or minus 7 means when you are taking x is equal to plus 7, it is a greater than 0. But if you are taking the x is equal to minus 7, it is a less than 0. So according to first statement, sometimes it's a greater than 0, sometimes it's a less than 0. So we are getting sometimes situation. So whenever we are getting sometimes situation, we cannot find the answer. So first statement is not sufficient. And second statement, x cube is equal to 125. X cube is equal to 125 means x is equal to 5. So here only one value. Whenever power is odd, you will get either positive means positive, negative means negative. So this is the positive value, so result value also positive will come. So x is equal to 5. So 5 is greater than 0. So we are saying the answer from the second statement. Okay friends, so like this data sufficiency 20 questions we can solve, but remember that these 20 questions we can solve in 15 minutes only. We should not solve more than 15 minutes. If you take more than 15 minutes, we are taking the more time. Okay, so always answer these 20 questions in 15 minutes only. Right friends, if you like this video, so subscribe my channel and share this video to your friends, those who are preparing for the ICET exams. In further video, next video class, I will come with another topic. So watch my video classes regularly so that you can improve your score in ICET exam. Thank you students.